Hey, this is Diego Jarawi here. I want to invite you today to reflect on your influence on water. You know, we live on planet Earth. This is a planet full of water. You know, the majority of this planet is made of water. The same thing happened with your body. Like about 80 or 90% of your body is made of water. And for these days, we're celebrating the International Day of Water. And we're going through a very interesting moment of transformation for the world, for humanity. So it's a perfect time to remember, the power of this spirit of water. Native Americans and our ancestors, in all these different wisdoms, they knew about the power of water, and they were always consciously inviting this wisdom of the water as the biggest teacher of clarity and transparency in these moments of purification, so we could use their energy to transform, to heal, to purify. And maybe you have heard about the experiments of Masaru Emoto, and maybe you haven't. If you have, if you already know about these experiments, this is also a good reminder for you. And if you haven't, this is great information for you to have. Well, Masaru Emoto was a Japanese scientist. He already passed away a few years ago, but before passing, he gave us a very powerful reminder, very powerful proof of our ancestors already knew, because he tested water with different environment, and he proved how, depending on the environment, the chemical composition of water is transformed. So for instance, he placed different, jars of water, different, glasses, different just different containers with water, and he tested different environments, like different words, different emotional states, different songs, different thoughts. And he realized, he tested the water, and he realized how the composition was transformed depending on the environment. He did it for years in so many different experiments, and just to remind us that we have the power to transform water. So we have the power to transform our environment, and we have the power to transform our bodies just by intentionally sending that energy. And that's why, our ancestors, they knew that, and they pray to the water, every day. They consciously expressed in great gratitude words to water to transform its composition. Because one of the things that Masaru Emoto realized is that when you express words of fear or emotions of fear to this water, its composition deteriorates. It becomes like disorganized, And on the other hand, when the water was influenced by positive emotions, by elevated emotions of love, gratitude, joy, the composition of water transformed in a harmonious way. And this was also affecting, of course, the state of the being who carried these waters. But in this way, that you have the possibility to transform your waters. Just with a simple, positive thought, you can transform water. This is not, something like esoteric. It's been scientifically proven, and this is the perfect time to really remember that. Check those experiments, so you don't just trust me, don't just believe me, but you can, see it for yourself and put it into practice, which is what's most important. So you could sing good, water songs to awaken the wisdom of water at this moment, to awaken this memory of purification of this sacred spirit of water. Just with a simple sentence, simple prayer. If you don't like the word prayer, you could use, you have to pray. You can just express, your love and gratitude to water. Whatever you're feeling grateful for, you can express it in front of glass of water in front of a jar of water for your family, and that is gonna change the composition of that water, and it's gonna be healthier water for you. Check it out, and then by influencing that water, you're also changing your internal waters. A lot of times we think about how the waters of the planet are very polluted, which is definitely true. We are in a process of transformation. It's beautiful how in only a couple weeks of this process, where a lot of humans have to be inside their places and stop this crazy hurry state of just going out and pursuing money and accomplishments and all that stuff, just for a couple weeks that we have stopped and be relaxed. So many waters have healed. So we don't have to do anything, just allow nature to heal itself. But we can support it if we want. And my invitation is that you can support it by taking care of your own waters, because you, as we said at the beginning of the video, you carry water. In 80%, 90% of your body is water. So how is your water? What's the quality of the water you carry in your bodies? Your waters are very influenced by your emotional patterns. The emotional body is always related to water. So this is important to realize. What are your emotional patterns? Anger, fear, resentment. What's that? If those are your emotional patterns, that's showing us how the quality of your water is right now. But if in the other hand, the quality of your water, it's more connected with emotional patterns of joy, bliss, gratitude, you're really taking good care of your waters. So be aware of this. Be aware of that right now. It doesn't matter what happened yesterday, a year ago, or 5 minutes ago. Right now, you have the possibility to change that just with a thought, literally. Thought that transform your emotions, that transform your words, and transform your actions. And then you are just a source of transformation and purity, to your environment, to your body, and your community, your family. So be aware of this. Express these words of gratitude to your waters, to all the waters, to your surroundings. Remember, all your relations are made of water. Water is alive. Water has memory. Whether you know it, believe it, or don't. So this is a good time to remember. This is a good time to awaken. This is a good time to purify ourselves. Thank you for doing your part. I love you. Hope to see you soon. If you feel that this is valuable for you, it might be for somebody else. Please share it, and we'll be growing here in this together. Remember to live in love. Omete.